back at it, fear fishing, tips, tricks, and other thoughts. Since I made the last video, pretty much all I've done is deer hunt. I'm telling you, I've put a ton of hours in the stand. I've seen Big Iron Mike twice now. I've heard reports of him twice out on the road, but he's still around. He was on the trail cams on Sunday night, hanging out, chasing does, living the good life. So today I'm just waiting on my new parka to come, and I'm gonna do longer sits, but I'm absolutely freezing cold out there. Other bad news, I just found out that this morning that Rice Lake has a skim ice on it, so it's looking like we're gonna winterize the boat. And because I deer hunted so much in the last month or so, or a few weeks, we're not gonna get that final trip out on the bass boat. But today, we're finishing up our top 5 must-have combos for smallmouth bass, and then we can move on to other things, but that's what I'll be doing. I'm just gonna keep deer hunting, winterize that boat. No steelhead in any of the rivers from what I hear. I keep getting messages about how slow it is, so it's one of those transition periods. We're just waiting for the ice to thick enough that we can walk on. If it keeps going like this, we're gonna have an early season at that. Jerkbait rod. Here's the beauty of the jerkbait rod. The jerkbait rod I use is the cheapest rod I own. It's a Daiwa Arid 6'6", medium heavy, fast, short is the key to a jerkbait rod. When you're whipping it, nice and short, works awesome, especially when you're fishing out of a bass boat because there's not a whole lot of room between your deck and the water. 6'6". This is an outdated model Daiwa reel, but a 3,000 size reel is what I'm looking for. 10-pound J braid. I used to use a fluorocarbon leader, but over the last couple years, I've just run straight 10-pound J braid, and that seems to work awesome. You don't have to spend a ton of money. This Daiwa Arid X is under $50 Canadian. Ultra affordable, and it works amazing for throwing the jerkbait. Now the final one. Spinnerbait. I don't even have a spinnerbait tied on because we're getting to that point of the year we're putting everything away. The beauty of a spinnerbait is basically you need any 7 foot, 3, 4, anywhere in that road. And I've used 10 different rods this year for throwing a spinnerbait. Basically whatever's on the deck that isn't working, I'll grab that rod, tie a spinnerbait on, start chucking it. I'm burning my spinnerbaits most of the time. We don't have that cold season, slow rolling action. And in our fall fishing, smallmouth want the spinnerbait burnt on the surface looking for bait fish. Rod I'd recommend, Daiwa Fiego, 7.3, medium heavy, fast action, teamed up with a Fiego high-speed reel, 7.3 gear ratio, somewhere in there. All you're doing is casting a spinnerbait out and burning it back to the boat and getting hit. So this rod this combo is really affordable. 2, you don't have to break the bank on every combo you use. Spinnerbaits and jerkbaits aren't something I throw all the time religiously, but you know, of the 5, the jerkbait is certainly the 5th most popular one on my arsenal. So you don't have to spend a ton of money. Daiwa makes a ton of reels in that $80 to $150 range, and rods in that, you know, $50 to $150 range that are going to do the job just fine. So check those out at your local tackle shop. Myself, snowstorm this afternoon, 10 centimeters of snow tonight, so I'm just gearing up to hit the tree stand this afternoon, and hopefully we get shot at Iron Mike. So we'll see you soon.